last game against Philadelphia.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Overall, a down year for the Hornets in the 2014-15 season. A big part of that was that they would struggle on the road.
Yeah, and you know they had playoff aspirations, but as you said, those aspirations derailed because of the road struggle.
Hansbrough dishes to Walker. Outside, Lynn. Now the pass to Lamb. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And it's G finishing it off.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Ball's knocked loose. Down low. Here's Smith. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And guys, over his first 3 seasons, no question Jeremy Lamb has been a major disappointment. Clark, his game simply didn't seem to evolve at all over that time.
Well, that's why scouting is an inexact science. You know, he was a major piece in that James Harden trade, Kevin, a few years back, but just hasn't found the traction anticipated for him.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for the Hornets. Smith against Walker. Smith kicks to G. Pass to Ajinça. 5 to shoot. Smith for 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple. Smith! 23 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Passes it to Lamb. 3-pointer. Rebound by Ajinça.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
Here's G. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And it's Walker penetrating on the mark with the 15-footer. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2Ks. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin. That does it for halftime as the game is just about set to get going again. We send you back to Kevin Harlan and crew for the third quarter.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Jeremy Lin really making a difference here.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Davis and Ashik in the middle. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's G in at the small forward. That's the Pelicans 5. Here's Davis, and Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And Davis, here we go. G passes to Ashik. Outside Holiday. No good. Walker with some nice D.
Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Oh, nice play on D. Got that hand in the face and prevented him there from getting an easy look.
Exactly. Alert and aware. Really reacted quickly to that shot attempt. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why. I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And it's Alonzo G with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for the Pelicans.
Substitution for your Pelicans. Luke Babbitt.
And so here's Charlotte. The lead is 2. The kick out to Walker. Shot clock at 5. And Jefferson throws it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense. Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post, but last season, Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of it.
To the right side. Back to Holiday. Asik dishes to Holiday. On the wing, Gordon lets the 3 fly. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And then Asik with the dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hansbrough's checked in. Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality, maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
Outside Jefferson. He dishes it to Walker. Beyond the arc. Asik pulls it in.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And Holiday, here we go. It's deflected.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. That's good from Jefferson on the assist by Lynn. Lynn's got 4 assists in the game. Greg talking about Walker. You have to love the way he competes, his willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end.
And good on the basket. Hook it.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
He kicks to Jefferson. To the paint. In the corner, it's Lynn. And there's the 3-second violation. Folks, let's use this break to see who's leading the league in blocks. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th on the list, Anthony Davis.
Well, when you have a great shot blocker on your team, it gives the other guys confidence and denies the opponent easy shot opportunities. And all of that contributes to winning.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Asik. Cunningham comes in for Luke Babbitt. And it's Ish Smith in for Drew Holiday. Charlotte also making some changes. Kaminsky comes in for Jefferson. And it's Lamb in there for Jeremy Lin. And Davis can't get it to go. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Smith for three. That's good. Smith's got 8.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
And Walker kicks to Lamb. Back to Walker. Feeds it to Kaminsky, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
Now the fast break, Lamb with the ball. And the basket by Kaminsky. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Stolen by Walker. It's stolen by Davis. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
No good from Lamb.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Davis throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Lamb. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 6 assists here tonight.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Hornets lead by 14. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Williams down low with Jefferson. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Batum in at the 3. And here are the Hornets now. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. In the corner, it's Lin. Gets to the corner and buries it. Lin's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Hornets. Here's Holiday. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Pelicans trail by 16. Kicks it to Ajinça. Jefferson against Anderson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ashik's checked in. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. G. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33-49, just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
And guys, what's rough for the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture